Honorata, I'm very happy to see you because you have some nice harmony for us today again. What is the
Yes.
theme about?
So today I wanted to show you one of my favorite games. It's about exchange sacrifice,
Mhm.
and it's one of the first game on this topic. So I hope you like it.
All right, let's go. I'm curious. So, yeah, what could be your favorite game?
Well, maybe it's not actually, well, it's one of the games, but it's also a theme. It's like there are positions when you can sacrifice your rook for a nice bishop or knight, and you get even better position. Sometimes it's just like you have to do it, but sometimes it just makes your position better.
I love to do that. So it's kind of starting in the opening and shortly before the middle game where you have this chance, or well, let's see. Just
Well, it's
continue.
usually in middle game or in ending. But well, of course, there are some variations when you sacrifice, for example, rook on a8. But yeah, usually it's like a middle game position. Like you have to save yourself from troubles,
Mhm.
and that's one of the ways to do it, basically.
All righty, let's go.
So when sacrificing exchange, there are some things that you have to think about, but I think I will show you what I mean in a couple of moves. So a game I'm showing today, it's a game from Candidates Tournament in Zurich in 1953. So
Hmm.
it's like this really famous book about it. If you want to know your strategy better, I really recommend it. It helped me a lot. And
What is the book called, if I may ask?
it's just Candidates Tournament Zurich. It's
All right.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
The game I wanted to show you is Reshevsky versus Petrosian,
Mhm.
and it started with d4. Okay, d4, knight f6, c4, e6, and knight c3, bishop b4. So we get the Nimzovich. e3. Well, now the couple of moves are quite basic, and they happened multiple times in the games. Knight c6, a3, so bishop takes. Now we give our bishop for making white's pawn structure a little bit worse.
Yes, a normal plan often in this position. I like to do this too, by the way. So
Yeah, and now b6, cd, ed, and now bishop b2 happened in the game, but it's not the best move in this position. Well, one of the best ones are, I would play knight e5 personally.
Mhm.
And now, why bishop b2 is not the best move? Because black can play c4. It's a very really typical move in this position. I don't know if you play this opening, but it's like the structure is extremely typical.
I have seen this kind of structure. So C4 is this? Would you say it's closing the game more, but or is it
Yes.
actually? Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's closing the center, and now black's plan would be just to play b5, a5, b4
Mhm.
because well, maybe not that much, maybe into b4, but sometimes it happens that you open the position on this side, and while the white are trying to open position maybe by
Mhm.
f3, e4 just to get a really strong nice center because well white has a pair of bishops, so it wants he wants to open at the whole position while we're having the pair of knights, so we just want to open the side so the position won't be completely open for the bishops.
Okay.
There's always a question where to move the bishops when it's attacked because there are like a couple of moves. He decided to go to c2, now bishop g4, queen e1, and now there was knight e4, but I would personally recommend bishop takes e3 because now after gf, we have just queen d7, and the queen is quite weak in comparison to black ones, and then the position is closed, so it's better for a pair of knights, and yeah, just black has so much easier play.
Yes. Yeah, this is super interesting actually. So, yeah, white has the bishop pair, which is generally always something to strive for, but it doesn't help white because the position is so closed. Black has all the options for the knights, and your favorite piece is at the moment, it is much stronger than any of the bishops on the board.
Exactly, so that's what I would play, but sometimes it can be bad, but it's like some it's always in the scope of moves you're looking for. So knight e4. Now the knight goes to the d2 because, well, just to not give the possibility to take on f3 again. Knight d2, queen d2, and bishop h5 just to, okay, so our plan is to exchange white colored bishops, maybe via g6 as you suggested, basically. And why? Because when we exchange the pair of bishop, as you can see, the knight would be so much stronger than the bishop that is, well, it's really bad position, just because he can do anything because of his pawns.
Absolutely, and it reminds me a little bit of the position we had in our last lesson, right?
Exactly,
When the bishop was so bad and your knight was dominating. So yeah, this is a nice harmony here.
Thank you. So white saw that, and as I said before, one of the most typical plans for white in this position is just to push the e4. And how to prepare it? So basically, we play now f3 just to prepare e4. So after bishop g6, now it's e4. And now black played queen d7, rook e1, and now taking on e4, it's actually a mistake, because after taking the pawn back, well, white
Center is too strong, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it was a mistake. Maybe other moves, just as I said before, would be just to go with the plan of b5, a5, and b4. Yeah, maybe just place the rook on c8 to just to move one piece into the game more, and that's just not to rush anything in the center, because it's for disadvantage of black. But he took, and that's why we can see one of my favorite motifs in chess.
So black took. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. So I actually expected black not to take. Okay, so black took. Let's see.
Yes, as I said before, sometimes you go into troubles. Sometimes it's your fault, and you have to create something out of the blue. So
gotcha.
Yeah, and f4, and now rook e8, queen f4, b5, and now white's dream position would be just to, if he got his bishops to much nicer positions, especially this black squared one.
Yeah, out of it, sudden it changed a little bit, the dynamic here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what white played. Bishop d1, rook e7, and bishop g4. So he's almost there. Queen e8, and now, well, how to make our position even better? Maybe just play e5, and yeah, like we can even just quickly switch sides. And as you can see, well, I would say that white would win in like every 8 of 10 games in this position.
Yeah, that looks very, very nicely coordinated. The last bishop on b2 can quickly go, as you pointed out, to c1.
Yeah.
And yeah, white just has to, as we already have shown in the first example too, because I'm also referring to that. Now white can only just make better and better, small, tiny, better moves, and will just win at one point, whatever black tries to respond to normally, I guess. It's very unusual for me, so I have to get used to all of that too.
So let's go back, and as I said before, well, if you make troubles, you have to find a way out of them. So a5, rook e3, rook d8, rook f1, and now if it would be white's move, now he would like to play e6, and now it's almost over.
Yeah, e6
but
is
now
brutal.
There's, yeah, just imagine like e6 here, and yeah, it's almost over for black actually, because the position opens on white's condition. But there is a move, so it's one of the best moves and it's in history of chess, and it's a move that I believe started the whole exchange sacrifice trend. So it's rook e6. It's like the only move that could prevent e6 from happening. So
You know what? I have the feeling I've seen this game or
yeah,
this
it's
position
pretty
once.
popular.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I it's so funny that, oh God, what is wrong with my brain sometimes? I'm not sure if we had the similar episode with Svetlana Demchenko and Svetlana's smart moves, because
Okay.
now this move is so
Yeah.
significant, as you already mentioned. How funny. Yes.
Well, it's one of the best games ever. So
Hmm.
yeah, but as you can see, like it's so powerful. And well, it's not the move itself, but it's the idea behind it, basically, because as you can see, if the bishop goes, well, if you just take the rook, well, just take it, it's here.
Hmm.
You can take with a pawn, and there's like this super strong, here is the best place ever for knight. This
Yes.
bishop is on g6 is extremely strong because, well, white square are really bad. Well, this bishop is doing nothing. There is no open 5 for the rook because, well, of course there's the f file, but we
Takes
can
some time.
just, yeah, exactly, and we can just cover the f8 square because f7 and f6 is already covered, and we have b4 in the future that could be possibly very strong.
Hmm.
So yeah, well,
and the super essential piece of white, the white bishop, or the white squared bishop, it just exchanged. Yeah. Probably for the better, but actually for the worse. Yeah, it's a brilliant move. Absolutely. I completely agree. Very, very nice.
Okay, so, well, actually, white didn't take on the first move possible because he played a4. And now just knight e7 to go into the d5 square. Now he decided to take because when the knight goes to d5, it's for nothing. It's even worse. So he took, and now queen f1 just so because we have a4 on the board, so maybe the c4 pawn can be weak.
Mm-hmm.
Knight d5, rook f3.
Yeah, can I just quickly mention too another thing? Of course, there's the idea maybe to put the bishop to d3, right? To protect this,
you're
but then
actually quite brilliant because it happened in a very next move.
Oh, is that so? Oh, okay. I thought like that white would exchange back maybe with the rook.
Yeah. Well, I didn't show you this game before, but well,
as I said, probably this is my little memory, which I don't remember anymore, but maybe it is in the back of my head because I'm pretty sure. So if this is the case, by the way, for you at home, if you click on the link below the video, there's the article to the Chess Base news site, and I will post the link of Svetlana's video too, because it might be very nice to have the two videos together and get some opinions which either align or even get some more insight about this
I hope
game.
they're more similar than not.
Well, no, I think it's both. It's both good on its own way. So yeah, bishop going to d3, and yeah, and does the rook take?
So now there are sometimes situations where it's better to just give the material back and to have chances to like play the position, because if we just play something a little bit different, then now it could be too late, because if you play now, for example, queen f2, then it's b4 coming, and well, white is much better right now.
Yes, white is much better.
Black.
Black, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, double checking me, no problem. Okay, so white took with the bishop back and took, and now b4, cb ab, Well, of course, there are other moves, but for example, c4 here, but well, now it's knight b6, and we just take on a4, and the well, the pawns on b file and a file are much quicker.
Hmm.
Yeah, but now it was cb, ab, and a5. And okay, now the position is, as you can see, quite level, because well, there are 4 for 5 pawns, but basically the knight is untouchable.
Hmm.
You always take it. There's the b, well, the b pawn is protected, and the bishop doesn't have a nice position for himself. So I would say, even if we are the pawn down, it's quite level and should end in a draw. But of course, they should play a couple moves more. Rook e8, rook e1, queen c6, bishop c1, queen c7, a6, queen b6, bishop d2, and b3 just to push the pawn. H4, now h6. Of course, it's like the move just to don't forget anything in the future. You know, when you're well, it's a safe move. Basically, nothing is happening. So h3, b2, rook b1. Now king h8 and bishop e1. So, and now the game ended in a draw.
Cool. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Honorata. I hope you enjoyed it at home as well, as much as I did. And we see each other soon again for another of Honorata's Harmonies.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.